everybody. So I've tried a couple different times to do gaming channel related stuff, and a lot of times I fell out of it for one way or another, whether it was due to anxiety or depression, or, you know, just things related to that. Like, you know, I wouldn't see any comments or anything, and then it's like, oh, well, I'm discouraged now, and it's like, you know, one of those things where you know that it takes time, but you don't want it to take time. So when this came out and I got my copy, I jumped like right into it hard, and I don't think that would have affected this part at all, because, like, me recording it at all, because I've already beaten the game once before, and only once. This was actually the hardest one for me. Now, I'm not gonna go over everything just because there's guides, but usually I would go Pyromancer. Despite being level 1, they get like, well, let's see here. So if you take the number 10 and then just add the difference, so Pyromancer, you know, you get 2 from attunement, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, minus 3 negative stats. So that's 4 points. You technically have level 5 stats at level 1. So it's a very kind of weird thing. And normally instead of the pendant, I would get the old witch's ring. Of course, I think you can get the pendant and the witch's ring in game. I don't think I ever did though. But I'm going pendant this time because I'm going for a... How would I even describe this? Not quite 100% run, but I'm going for, like, playing it to enjoy it to the max, and like maximum amount of like going with what my character would do. Yay, sausage man! Oh, I'm offline right now, but I will go online once I actually get to places. So yeah, pendant, no effect. Even so, pleasant memories are crucial to survive on arduous journeys. Now, of course, the first thing, because, oh, you can drop it. So the first thing I'm going to try to do is feed it to Snuggly the Crow. But yeah, pendant for fond memories, and I picked this class because I just really love the outfit. I love the fur, like, what would you even call that? I don't even know what you call that. I love the fur. I love the coat. Oops. Oh, other starting... I always go with the witch's ring because it's hard to get. Like, the master's key is nice for getting certain things very early on, but as you guys are gonna see, I do a lot of that already. And a lot of the areas it lets you get to are more difficult, and then you just get the keys from later when you're better prepared anyway. So I usually take the old witch's ring because it allows you to talk to Kuwana, and the only way to get it in game is by trading a fairly rare item. Like, I've never had more than one. Alright, so you can see it's a big boy update. I'm not gonna take this too slowly because, like, you know, it's a remaster. It's not a remake, it's not a new game by any means, but I have seen some rather newbie-ish players on here, which makes me happy because it means that more people are into the Souls franchise now than there was before. Leather shield. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna try to keep that to a minimum. So yeah, same for character type. I don't have a build planned out. I'm just kind of gonna go with the flow. Like, it's the same when I made my character. I was just kind of sitting there like, I hit random a few times, got a face that I was fairly happy with. One of the things, and I kind of wish now that I had shown it, but certain hairstyles in this remake don't work as well as they used to because of the higher definition making it where you can see that the hair is not connected the way it should.
Oh,
which is, you know, kind of bleh.
Regrettably.
We'll hear him out. A lot of people just kill him, but
Oh.
I'm one of those people where I game, at least to me anyway, I game the same way that I am in real life. Now, if he was like, okay, now put me out of my misery, I'd be like, are you sure? And I'd be like, yeah, and I'd be like, okay. I'm gonna try to get... There we go. I'm not gonna parry fish, like, especially not against players. Like, if I get invaded, you know, I'm gonna try to win, but I'm not gonna... I don't know, I have a weird code of honor that I'm sure some people will be like, oh man, screw honor. And of course, if the enemy player's rude, then I just might, but... Like, I'm one of those people that I don't heal unless I see the opponent heal. Primarily because then it just makes PvP take way too long. Like... Because if you heal, and then your opponent's like, oh, well, you're healing, so now I'm gonna heal. So, like, they're following, like, my rule set. It just makes it take way longer, because now the fight's not gonna end until you're both out of Estus. And then one of you strikes the final blow, which to me is just a pain in the ass. No, it's worth it in the slightest. Alright, boss number 1. Yeah, these first two bosses, I'm probably not gonna have too much. I mean, this one for sure, obviously. But even the next couple bosses, I probably won't have too much trouble with. But after that, we'll start seeing some struggle against things like. I'm guessing anyway that I'm not gonna do too good against the Gaping Dragons. Quelaag, I know, has beaten my butt in the past. Oh. Wait. Oh yeah, this is the right way. Quelaag, or as I used to call her, Queflag, because original Dark Souls, especially when you were playing on PS3, so not the PC like port with the special. Like, it was like it ran differently, like there was a mod that made it run better. So Blake Town was a nightmare.
In the ancient legends, it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen.
Just gonna skip these. I don't know why I wasn't even skipping them before. It's probably gonna be like, oh well, there's a copyright from this to this in your play, and it's like I put in my descriptions that I don't have rights to the game. So now, again, we're not gonna go for anything like, oh my god, excuse me, anything super min-maxy. We are 1 point away from getting another attunement slot, so that's something I might pick up later. For now, though, I think I'm just gonna go like... I mean, it makes more sense for this character to be a dexterity-based character. And health is the one that I recommend leveling the most early on. Especially if you're gonna do any of the things I show, I'm gonna be getting a few different weapons that don't really scale at all, and would also go better with being either the Pyromancer or my friend went Deprived because he's a weirdo. It's his own little personal challenge he sets for himself where he's gotta be the Deprived class. He said he's even gonna do it in Demon Souls after we finish this again.
But I'm here. No.
Copper coin. Now, right? No, I do want to talk to you.
I have so would.
Yes.
Very well.
Join covenant, yes. So here is your first covenant. I don't remember... Kid shrug. I don't remember the exact effects of being in this covenant. I know it has something to do with healing and possibly being easier to summon. But I can't recall all the detail. Alright, it is just so hot out today. I think that's why I'm yawning. Well, it's funny because I wasn't yawning all that much before I hit record. And I think I've mentioned this before in one of my deleted videos, but when I hit record, it's just like, yeah, well, time taking me up. And so just some cracked red eye orbs. Those would be for if you want to do some invasions early on. Which, you know, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. I'm saying like a little too much. Ahs and uhs and stuff like that. That's part of what I'm going to be working on as an individual. Because as it says in the description, just in case you haven't read it, one of the main reasons that I want to do like a gaming channel, besides loving gaming and being inspired by some of the YouTubers I've seen before, I'm not looking to make it a career, but, you know, if that happens, woohoo. The thing I'm looking for is to improve myself. I want to get better at talking, better at being comfortable, not so anxious all the time and everything. And I'm doing things in my personal life as well. I've been volunteering at this, like, community building, so I've been around people a lot more. Things like that, things that just, you know, kind of... exposure is the word for it. Like, you expose yourself to something so that it becomes... you become more used to it. It's not so scary. The more you do something, the less it worries. The easier it gets, essentially. So what I'm saying is, practice makes perfect. Especially when you're an antisocial fuck like me. Oh. Need you to chug one more. There we go. Alright, now there is several different things down here, so I apologize if it's hard to keep up with what I'm doing, because I'm not really explaining it. So hopefully it's not too big of a deal, hopefully you're able to keep up. But what I'm doing right now, I call them, well, I got it from someone else, but they're called suicide runs. And what this is at this point in the game, the top left you see that 00, you have no humanities. Bottom right you can see I have like no souls. You're not gonna lose anything if you die, is what I'm saying. There's no downside currently. There's no penalty, you're not gonna have less health or anything. The only thing you really gotta worry about is like if you pick up souls and such. Which is why any soul items worth grabbing, I'm not gonna use them until my suicide runs are over. And what these runs will do is they will get you a lot of really nice, not even just early, like this just essentially boosts you to the point you would be at here and level-wise. Like, it cuts back a few hours of grinding, I guess is the easiest way to say it. Because these souls that I'm going to be getting and things like that, I could get just by grinding for 3-4 hours. But it's like, why not just do it now, get that jump start, so that there's less grinding later. So here we have Nito, the first of the dead. We're going to join this covenant now. I want this emote. So this is the Grave Lord of Swords. So if you have a decent strength character, I don't remember which one starts with good strength, but what you would need is 18 strength, 13 dexterity to wield this in two hands. And as you can see, it's got 265 damage plus 333 poison. Now, I don't know how the poison works. It says 333, but obviously it's not going to just insta-poison people. But it is super good for if you want to not have to worry about scaling early on. You just get that 1813 and dump the rest in. Ow. Get space. Alright, chuck a couple more. Don't want to drop down further just yet, because we are going to be killing a boss, which I'm kind of surprised they patched it. Bleh. They patched it the way they did, because what they decided to do is, because this boss is rather easy, and that's what allows you to run and kill him this early on. So instead of making him more difficult, okay, that wasn't much. Instead of making him more difficult or anything, he didn't give that many souls early on. When the game first came out either. Oh shit, that's okay. Got the seance right. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so he didn't give very many souls either. So instead of keeping it that way because of how easy he is, I'm kind of surprised that they made him give more souls. He gives like 20,000 souls now. Now we are going to go back that way, but I'm going to do a quicker trip first. And show you guys where if you start with the master key, you can even do another suicide run. Which, if you do that, what you'll want to do, you take this elevator down, but then when you reach the bottom, send this back up. That way, when you die, you respawn up there, come over, the elevator's already there. And we're actually gonna do that anyway, because for the reason I just said, essentially. When I need to come back down here later, I wanna just have it ready. So the other way is here. If you go up here, you can use the master key. Down here we have a smithy, but I don't have the magic or enchanted coals yet. I think they're called coals. No, I think they're called embers in this one. Now that I think about it. One or the other. Might still be cool. So here we get transient curses. You use those to fight the ghosts in this area, but we don't want to fight the ghosts. We just have one more item we want to grab, and then we want to hop on out of here. Yeah, apparently, not that I really care what people online say anyway when it comes to their reviews on things, but kind of disappointed in all the negative reviews of this game, because it's like, oh, they didn't change anything. We thought it'd be like Scholar of the First Sin, where enemies and items change. It's like, why would you think that? Scholar of the First Sin wasn't a remake, or a remaster, it was a remake. They changed certain aspects of the main story, they changed layouts and stuff. Like, that wasn't just a quick polish, that was a full-blown rework to the point where it was essentially a different game. This one's just Dark Souls 1 with nicer graphics and some quality of life improvements, and they're not charging $60 like Scholar of the First Sin did on multiple occasions. They're charging $40. But yeah, anyway. Irritation. So yeah, you go down there and get that. And then I totally forgot. I'll go, because what you use that last item, the Firekeeper, so I'll use it to upgrade. How much? Oh no, I did talk to her. I have the, wow. Brain melting. Now I need to go up here. So you go over there, get that item, and get an item over here. They give you a lot of stuff. Like, granted, most of it's decently hidden. Like, the one over there, I did not know about for the longest time. I just knew about this, the one over there, and that was it. I didn't know about the one around this corner. And of course I know about the drop down, but that was only because I watched a ton of YouTube videos, because I wanted to. I was terrible at this game. I died so many times. I started like 12 different characters. each time doing like a different class or a different like stat like focus, trying to figure it out. What? Now the question is, can I get... No, I can't. I was gonna say, can I get into the catacombs? But nah, they're blocking there. So now here's where most people stop this. Like, they wouldn't have even gone down into the catacombs as far as I did. Like, unless you want the Gravelord sword, then obviously you grab that. But most people just get the stuff in the graveyard and the stuff down there, and then they head on. Because, I mean, that's really all you need. I mean, just right there. Like, these souls here could probably level another 2 or 3 times. But that's not enough for us. We need all the souls and all the gear. The question I have to ask myself now is, do I summon Leroy? Because I honestly can't remember if Leroy is one of the people you have to summon for his side quest or side story, whatever you want to call it, to continue. I know Chaos Witch Beatrice, you do. You have to summon her both times, and I think she has to survive at least once, if not both times. And then you can get her staff and her outfit. Which is nice, if you're going for a sorcerer. Of course, obviously we're not, because not only would we have started with the sorcerer, ow, but we probably wouldn't have upgraded our health at all, because if you're going like hardcore, so, ow, no, just gonna drink too, I'm just gonna play it safe. Get out of here. Thank you. Wasn't expecting him to actually listen to me. Alright, so what we're doing now is, I got that ring, but because I went and got the ring, and also because of my shoddy playing. Ooh, perfect. Okay. We weren't able to take the other way, which I normally try to do. Oop, right here. In one go, but we messed it up. Or we messed it up. You, the viewer, helped me mess up. No, I messed it up. Obviously. So you head up here. Ow. Hopefully he doesn't knock you off the edge or kill you. I've had that happen a few times. Of course, if you're better at the game than me, you could honestly probably just kill that guy and then climb up. Yeah! Oh, it was that one! Messed up. So here you get a miracle. So the reason I wanted to do this is because on my other character, I didn't come back down here for this, and it's like, what if I forget? What if a billion different things happen? Yeah, just go ahead and kill me. It's faster this way. So this character, like I said, I'm not going to go 100% like every single item, every little thing, but I do want to try to get the platinum trophy on this game. So I want to be more thorough with this character so that it's not even an if, when it catches up to Peter and I's run, I could maybe switch to this one, or late game switch to this one, like after we've beaten most of the bosses. So that way, like let's say when we go New Game Plus, switch to this character and get all the stuff I need to finish it up. Whereas my other character, I'm going very try-hard. I started with the Witch's Run. Well, I guess that's not really try-hard. There's probably other more try-hardy items. Maybe like the black fire bombs that you can kill the Asylum Demon first go. Oh. But no, stat-wise and everything, like I started as the Pyromancer. Barely even touched my strength or dex for the longest time. Instead I got my endurance and health to... I think they're 25 each now. I know I got them to 20 each for sure, but I think they're at 25 each right now. Three spell slots, even though I'm only using 2. And that's my bad. I should have put those 2 points somewhere else. But, I mean, it's 2 points. Dark Souls 2, I think, was the biggest. Like, you had to really commit to attunement in Dark Souls 2, especially if you wanted to get past, like, certain amounts. I think the most I ever did was 5, and that was on my level 200 and something character. Alright, I'm just gonna heal. Okay, what's this way? Nothing! I got tricked by my own oh, come on. Oh. That's my bad. I was like, well, I should probably check, because I didn't on my other character, because I didn't remember there being anything here. Let's see. What else? Okay, I'll get those on my way down to kill the boss. What else am I trying to do? Oh, right. So what I'm trying to do now is get another... There's like 3 different weapons you can get early on that, I mean, could be considered tryharding, but honestly, just make it easier on your life. What the? Oh, that's the shining of a skeleton sword. I thought I missed an item. They just make your life easier. One of them's the Great Lord Sword. Another one I'll be getting soon, which is the Great Scythe, which if you buy some Titanite and upgrade it to 5, you can also infuse it with fire, and you'll have estimated damage of 260, which is super high, but it's kind of heavy. It's only 5 pounds, which isn't necessarily that bad compared to other two-handed weapons. I mean, the Great Lord Sword is 10 pounds, if that gives you any clue. The Great Sword is 12 pounds. And I think there's one weapon that's like 30 pounds or something. Something crazy like that. And while the 5 pounds on the scythe may not seem like a lot, this game's really picky about, not picky, but your carrying capacity is very difficult to manage if you're not careful. Because, like, at least if you want speed roll. If you're okay with the medium roll, which isn't what I'm doing, like I'm speed rolling right now. If you're okay doing the medium roll, like, it's not so bad. You can wear some decent armor, have a decent weapon, with minimum, like, devotion on your skill points, whereas if you want to layer roll, it's like, alright, I gotta wear the hovel ring, I gotta need to run, that's what I need to do. Gotta have like 25 endurance, use a one-handed weapon with a medium shield at most, and then you can wear like one like actual piece of armor and then some more like clothy type ones. Oh, okay. I was like, oh no! Hey, patches. Bitch. I say to this inanimate statue. Actually, it's probably a good thing that I actually should not activate this. So I'm glad that these guys were chasing me. Because that was my mistake on my other characters when there's a new bonfire, which I found weird, next to the boss. And I lit it, and I was like, Peter, I'm kind of stuck down here. Will you come help me?
What?
No, I am not a cleric.
Oh, I know what it is. Well, this place is...
He's oh, yeah, keep hitting him. Nope, roll. No, I'm not here for the I should have read his question. I thought he was asking if I was a cleric, which maybe he was. But yeah, he hates you if you say you're a cleric. He hates people of the cloth. And honestly, my only theory on that is probably because they prove him wrong, because he thinks all people are greedy pieces of shit that only care about themselves and treasure. So someone of the cloth would probably be like, no, I don't care about treasure, I care about helping people. And he'd be like, damn it, oh, okay. So yeah, so when you're online, you might see messages. Otherwise, just walk forward each time. Like, you just hug the wall, walk forward. Oh, the necromancer fell. That's funny. Oh, sorry, I probably shouldn't. I almost did it again. I almost did. And yes, there is a reason we don't want to. Actually, I don't even need those items. I don't even need those items. Then produce me some wares. Smith not chit chat. Now, does he sell anything else? Like, yeah, mostly like the things you want is the Titanite shards. I also bought these kind of for shit. Well, not for shits and giggles. They're good stuff, but normally I don't get them this early. But then he can also reinforce and yada yada. Yeah, I'm sorry. Fucking sorry, mate. Here's the part that's gonna be difficult. And the reason why these are my most hated enemy in the game. They only show up in 2 places. Maybe I can outrun them. Nope. Oh, I'm immune. Oh. Fucking. As you can see, they hurt a lot, and if you block, they will break your guard and then just hit you anyway. And like, and there's so many of them. It's a nightmare in my opinion. They're the worst enemy to fight in the whole game. The only thing that comes as close to pissing me off is like the Ornstein Smoke boss fight. So glad I have a fast weapon. As you can see, we don't really do a lot of damage to him, but the thing is that he's kinda slow. Not like, he's not overly slow. He's not sluggish. But if you're careful, you can... Oh, yeah, there we go. You can rather easily take care of his phase, and then you only have to worry about him. Now, this fight's a little easier, actually a lot easier if you summon Paladin Leroy. But if I can, I want to just kill it on there and set 1,000 kills on there. So this real run is actually really nice. Oops, slash one more time. Alright. Ooh! As long as you keep moving is the main thing, and don't let him get too many clones out. They do hurt. They hurt a lot, and he's got a decent amount of health, but it's just the way he's designed as a boss that makes him easy. There's only one part that he'll probably kill me, and that's when he summons a ton of clones. He summons, like, no joke, probably like 12 different copies. And each one of them can hit you. Ooh. Can hit you. If we're lucky, he'll give me the mask of the child. And you may be thinking, what about the mask of the father? You could be a giant dad. And it's like, no, fuck the giant dad. I want that stamina regen. So I'm gonna go get the shield, get that stamina regen, get the Corinth earring later on. I will never run out of stamina. Okay, here, this should be it. adjusting glasses. Okay, that's not good. Yeah, this part right here. Like that. Oh god, I tried to roll! Oh, at least my souls will be in here, which isn't too bad, and now I can show you guys how I usually do it anyway. So, if Leroy's side story requires him to be summoned, this was actually good for us. And don't worry, we have a faster way of getting down there. Now, the reason I kind of wanted to do it on my own is because if you want to summon Leroy, you have to use human. We only have 4. Just hauling. Good job. And now we're not a ugly sausage lady. We're an ugly human lady. Haha. Just kidding. Well, at least my character's not ugly. Me, on the other hand, up for the beach. Alright, let's go. No yawning. I need to be at the top of my game here. If I die, it's all over. Now, the reason Leroy makes it so strong, if you don't, or so easy, if you don't know, is because not only can he heal himself, but he hits super hard. You can kill the boss in like 4 hits, I think. 4 or 5 hits. Whoop. I know. At least we're back up to 10. We're also back up to 10 Estus, so that's another pro to that happening. But because he hits so hard and can heal himself and stuff, he can also usually... Oh, God, come on. I hope it's the case where he can take care of the pinwheel skeletons for me. Okay, no skellies. Oh god. That hurts so bad. Alright, so the place you drop down at... Here? Oh, come on! Ugh, where did he come from? I didn't see any skeletons up there. Oh god. Give it one more... Well... Ugh. Oh, at least we only lost 1,000 souls there. I'm not bothered by losing the souls at this point, but it does bother me when I use like humanity and then I die. Of course, if I help enough people with the boss, well, see, and even then, like, the thing is, like, you have the humans on you, it's not a physical item. So unless I do some heavy, like, rat grinding later, because rats can drop physical humanities, like, I'm gonna be kind of concerned, which I'll probably do before I go to Anne Orlando, but I want to hold it off. I want to do, like, just a bunch of off-screen grinding before Anne Orlando. I'll probably do like levels and gear before Blighttown, and then like humanities and other items, things like that, before Anne Orlando. And I'll do it mostly off screen. I'll only do enough on screen to show how I do it, just in case you don't know. Most of you probably do. Game's been out a while. If you don't know what the best grinding techniques are, then what the heck are you doing with your life? Oh man, fuck these skeletons. Alright. Okay, we got it. Okay, so that's 2. Eh. Yeah, come on. Yeah, right off the edge. Please. Oh shit. Okay. Jump! For a second I was worried. Alright, top. It was right here. So as you can see here, summon. Plus, I think his weapon is holy as well, or divine, whatever it's called. On Leroy, because I did not. Oh shit. Yeah, his weapon is divine, so you don't have to worry about them respawning. Then you drop down here. You get the priest set and the mace, which is nice. Now the thing is again, these guys will mess you up. So there he is. You want to get Leroy to drop down, and then he'll just eventually take care of them all for you. Yeah, you can even see right there, like, it wasn't hurting him a lot. Well, I mean, it's probably hurting him a lot, but he's got a ton of health. He can heal. Plus, I think his shield regenerates HP. Where are you going, Leroy? Leroy! I know that's your mission, and I want to help you with your mission, but I can't. I got an angry... Two angry skeleton wheels here. Leroy. Why has the... Oh, plus there's one there. Or is that the one that was down? Yeah, that's the one that was down. Oh! Oh, thank you, Leroy. I was like, do I have to make a run for it? Yes, please, Leroy. Yes. Leroy, take care of this one and then we can go. Fuck it. He just needs to clear out enough that you can make a safe run for it. So now, not only are we not ugly, but we have help. And they give you, like, a lot of... Come on, let me skip. There we go. They give you a lot of breaks with this boss, too. Not only do they, did they make it where he gets more souls now and everything, but they also made it that he gives you a homeward bone so you can teleport out as long as you didn't rest at any of the bonfires down here. If you're wondering why I'm bothering to hit him, it's because Leroy can sometimes. Like, look at that! That was just from 2 hits! Done. They give you the strongest summon in the game for the weakest boss. Then you get a humanity, a homeward bone, the rite of kindling, 15,000 souls. Ah, I got the mask of the father. Dang it! I don't want the equip load one. Where's the ladder? Wait, no, this is where I dropped. The ladder's over here. I'm an idiot. Excuse me. Now we're not gonna follow that. Because fuck patches. Shortcut ahead, yes, thank you, game developers. Although, I mean, like, it's a shortcut, but it's only a shortcut to leave. Like, I don't know if shortcuts are supposed to be two-wayed, but I like the ones that are. Now, do I risk going to the blacksmith? Probably not, because I dropped pretty far over here, so that means there's a good amount of skele wheels still there. So we're just gonna hop on out of here. We ain't gonna risk that shit, but yeah, normally, like, if you have a friend that can help you, or if you have Leroy kill all of the skele wheels, you can go over to that smith and have him give you a... Like, you buy 9 Titanite shards, and then you can get a fire weapon. Use. Both. Another nice thing they did, although it still kicks you out of the menu each time. I don't know why the Souls developers... Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not the biggest fan of Dark Souls 2 either. but one of the things they did correctly was make it where you could use as many items, like sword items as you wanted in the menus without backing out. Now, of course, there's probably an argument against that. Like, well, what if you're using healing items like that? And, you know, and it's like, I don't know. So, Covenant, we want to go back to Way of Light before we go on. Because, yeah. Kindle, we don't need to worry about. So, level up. Now. Man, I can get some decent damage. If I go to here, I go up by 12. Trying to think here. It's one of those things where, like, a lot of the times you kind of want to just get things out of the way. So it's like I could go up to 2 attunement slots. I could get enough for the heal spell, which actually wouldn't take that much out of my souls. And then all my stats are triple digits, which I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I can be a little OCD about that. So yeah, I think I will get the heal spell, which I recommend. So you want to get your faith to 12, and then in your equipment, I usually put it in my left hand. Talisman. We should still be light rolling. I think we can go all the way up to 12 pounds and still light roll at our current waste capacity. Oh, and we can do the other thing, so I'm happy.
Oh, I will teach.
So if you talk to him now,
we are an undead mission,
yeah,
regrettably.
like I cannot share that with you unless you give me money. Normally it's not that much, but
very well. Undead clerics are given
a mission to seek kindling, which is the thing I just found.
Through kindling. Very well.
Through kindling, we can get magnificent powers. So that's the thing I just got. And I ain't gonna tell him. Because you can't. Not because I'm a dick, you just can't. Now you could also get Great Heal Excerpt, but it's a single use and would cost like all my souls, so...
Come again.
It's bad enough that we spent 1,000 souls just to hear him talk about kindling. Greedy bastard. Just gonna get two magic, put in heal spell. We could also put in Gravelord's Sword Dance if we wanted, but it's honestly not that great of a spell. So now, we got attunement to 12, we got resistance, if I remember right, the soft cap is also 12. All it does is your, well, I shouldn't say all, but it raises your poison resistance and your defense. The problem with that is that any other stat you raise, you can see the blue numbers, like you get physical defenses. So, I don't know, it kind of trivializes the kind of whole thing. So, if we go up to 15 health, we get 15 health and 15 vitality, and then we have 15 dexterity. So, seeing as those are probably going to be my 3 main stats, I'd say that's a good move. Yeah, see, if we hadn't spent that 1100, we would have had one more level up. Oh man. Yeah. Oh, yeah, before I go. Oops. Network settings. Okay, so we're not... No password online or anything. So we're gonna quit out to the main menu and we're gonna go online. I think as far as we're gonna go today, just because there's going to be like a little bit of a mini grind I need to do, is going to be killing the Taurus demon. The Taurus boss. And we'll probably get invaded, get the crap kicked out of us, become a sausage person again. In which case, I wonder. Because it's weird, because like you can see here, it gives you 2.7 carry weight. I don't know if that scales or anything, but then it only weighs 1.2, so you get 1.5 extra, plus the defenses. It's just so ugly. It's so ugly. Can't do it. Should probably also look at these. How do I? Oh, here we go. So fire gets cut in half and it's got less stability. No, good. 75 plus 12. Ours is 80, 15. DC, EB. Yeah, ours is a much more dex weapon. Strength, strength, strength. Everything is strunked. Come at me, bro. Oh, that was way too early. Bam. Now here's where a lot of people get like kind of tricked by the game. They're like, oh, this is easy. These guys are dying left and right. The first boss wasn't even all that bad once I got my weapon. I mean, assuming they didn't head towards the graveyard. If they come this way first, this is where they get kind of tricked by the game. But if you head towards the skeletons first, it's like, I mean, it's alright. It's not super hard. Ow. And then you get into the catacombs and it's like, okay, now things are kind of womping my butt and they're resurrecting constantly. Get out of here. Okay, didn't drop anything. Yeah. So don't roll or anything. Just let yourself free fall there. Don't press anything or you might go over the edge. Yeah, I love the heal spell because essentially at this point it's 5 free Estus. And since the way kindling works is you only get as many Estus from a like the max Estus you will get from a bonfire is based on how much humanity you want to dump into it. Having a heal spell is really nice because then it's like, oh, this bonfire only gives me 5, but I still have 5 heal spells. So haha. Yeah, come on, up the stairs. Some more souls. Now there is a rat here, and like I said, these guys can drop humanity, but I don't think it's worth it to run up, kill this guy again, and so on. There's a spot later where you can get a few different rats. So I don't think this is where you'd want to farm for humanity. Hey, your cat. That was nice. And then backstab. Ragdoll physics. Oh, come back here. Oh, that wasn't very polite of you. Alright, so we head out this way. And bam, secret passage. Where is it? Oh, come on. Wait, where's the other guy? Oh, there he is. Are you not gonna come help your friends, or in this case avenge them now? Aw, purple parry. Not as bad in this one though, like if that had been in Dark Souls 3, you would have lost all your stamina, half your health. It's a mighty ambush. rubbish. We can trade that to Snuggly the Crow later. Can't remember what you get though. All I remember is the rubbish and the 3 mosses you can trade. Anything else, I have no idea. It'd be fun if you could trade the pendant though. Trade it and you get like a ring. That's super good. Most powerful ring in the game. It gives you 90 to all stats. Coming for that tail later. And those listening can take that how they will. I know I will. Oh. Alright. Under this guy's field of vision so he can't shoot me. Get a shitty shield. Just in case, gonna light this bonfire, but not gonna sit at it just yet. Oh, right, I forgot I don't have a kick. Normally you can shield break these guys by kicking their shield, but I have a different move instead. And if you can't tell, I'm really trying to hang on to that 10 Estus. Because the bonfire we just lit would only give me a maximum of 5. Alright, do we have more soul items? We do! We have so many. Hello, sir. Now, I'm kind of excited for this part because there was a lot of debate over this character right here. Because it's like, oh, he's petting the barrel because he's crazy. But no,
well, now,
check this out.
I trade for
They added new dialogue.
Things are getting horrible. If you
yeah. Tells you about the bosses
yeah,
and there.
I'm not here
yeah.
to
Oh no. What?
Yeah. I'm not
here to chit chat. Okay, maybe you have to buy some stuff first. So we're gonna get the residence key because we did not get the we did not get the master key. Do I get the I think I do. Yeah. Gonna get the heater shield because it's super good, especially this early on. Rapier, not as good as my weapon. But we are gonna get the short bow. Orange soapstone. Just getting all sorts of stuff. We don't need that. So then we're just gonna get as many standard arrows as we can carry.
Yeah,
now talk.
I'm not here.
What?
Thank you, kind.
So, maybe you have to talk to him again.
Oh, I hope you brought. Yeah, I'm not here.
What the heck? Okay, so maybe he only does it when you're hollow. Going to fall off a cliff. But he straight up says, like, oh, this is my little Yulia. She's plump in love with me. Careful out, she's liable to bite your fingers off. And that was never in the game before. So I was like, what the fuck? And I know this because, like, I was always hollow when I met him. So if he had other dialogue, like, based on your state of being hollow, I would have known about it. Yeah. And you can see here over their chest they have that kind of veiny looking spot. If you're hollow, you can see the same thing over your chest. Because they are the same as us. They've just gone crazy. And that's not a song. I'm just saying. They went crazy. Now, I'm not going to be doing it on this playthrough, but if you run jump here, land on that, and then you do like a run jump, you can get over that fence and get to the lower undead burg right here. Which, if you're a fan of sequence breaking, I don't know why I did that in a sing-song voice. You can break the sequence and get past the Taurus demon. And from the lower undead burg, you can get all the way to, like... I mean, Blighttown you can get to just with the master key, but if you don't have the master key, this is where you would go. In, like, sequence break. But no matter what, you have to kill the gargoyles as well. But I'm sure there's a way of going about everything so that you skip the Taurus demon. But you have to kill the Capra demon. So I don't know. It's weird. Oh, I suppose I should. Now, the question. It only brings me up to 11 pounds, so that should still be a quick rolling. Swiggity sweetie. And then... Gear shield? Yeah. Yeah, boy. Oof. Yeah, no. Yeah. Honestly, if I was gonna wear anything, I think it would be the Wanderer hood, but... Besides for vanity's sake, I also don't usually wear a helmet because of the weight. Although, depending on the character, it's usually the chest piece that goes first. Because I'll wear like heavy everything else, but then just not have a chest piece. Ooh, what'd you... No! Come back. Oh, cracked round shield. Freaked out over nothing. Alright, throw your pheromones. Okay. Come at me, bro. Yeah, aw. Thought I had it timed just right. Man, I'm gonna miss being able to one-shot these guys with a fire great scythe. So I'll just one-shot them by stabbing them in the dick. Kind of weirdly well lit over here, considering there's no sun shaft or anything else. Hello! I don't know why I even bought into this guy. Oh, hey, that's the way to the lower end of Berg. Never noticed that before because I never bothered to really look out that window. Mostly because, not gonna lie, one of the I love the map design in the Souls games because I love how it always like circles back in on itself. But at the same time, there's some really weird map design choices where it won't be in this recording, but there is a spot where there's just a wall for no reason. Like there is a wall in front of a wall, and the wall in front of the other wall has like little barred windows. Makes no sense. Yeah. Now, the residence key should allow us in here. Yep. Otherwise, the master key will open this one. So, I mean, technically, you save yourself 1,000 souls, but there is one other spot where the residence key is used. Oh, God. Whoops. Didn't even need to be invaded. Got killed by my own stupidity. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the residence key, you need it in the lower undead burg. So, no matter what, you need it. Well, it helps, it gives you the sorcerer. So, if you want that. Ugh. Which, for us, it's just for the side mission. And, like, completionist, like, kind of aspect. Oh! So yeah, you kind of need it no matter what. Yeah. Yeah, let's not be a dumbass about it, huh? Now, you gonna follow me? No. Okay. Shit. Oop. Just gonna pop a heal right now. Don't wanna use my ass dish. Oh, what? What was that track? Alright. So we're gonna go up here, kill the crossbow guy. And then we're gonna try to lure these guys one at a time instead of fighting all three at once like a dumbass. Roll. Just gonna pop an Esther if I don't have time to heal. Thanks for just watching your ally die. Oh, there he is. I was gonna say, I didn't see him at all in my previous playthrough, but, oh, really? But this guy kicks down like the fire. Come on. There he goes. I'm like, I didn't see him do that at all. It was weird. Oh man, the kidding. Alright, so we're gonna have to go back and get those, which isn't too big of a deal. I was just kind of hoping to be down here. Now the good news is that I got a humanity. And honestly, like, if I'm gonna have an ugly face anyway, I'm just gonna do this. Give myself a little bit more leeway with the weight ratio. Oh boy. I'm not super confident in this. I'm somewhat confident because I've killed him so many times in my life, but... Haha, see, I fucked it up. Oh, come on. Fucking partial parries. Of course, I don't know why I'm trying to parry when I have a shield that blocks 100%. Can't see him. I was gonna say I can't see him, so if he's doing something... Oh, come on. Yeah, then you do... There you go. See, that's the move you want him to do. Except when it does that. God dang, I do no damage to this guy. If I had this fire scythe, he'd be dead already. Three episodes later. Oh, come on. Backstabs are doing like 4 times damage to him, so it's worth it. Well, not quite 4 times, but... Come on. And yes, there is a point to all this. Even more so if he drops me anything aside from the chunk. But usually he just drops the Titanite chunk. Down. But you get a Titanite chunk, and then blue tearstone ring. The actual thing we wanted. Because as nice as... like his sword wouldn't help us. The shield would have been nice though. But it would also be super heavy. So if you have the master key, that way to hovel, he will one-shot you, but still can be helpful to fight him because he gives you the weight ring. And here, get our first Titanite lizard. Ooh, 2 larges, yes! That may seem weird if you play the other games, because it's like, what, 2 larges? Why are you excited about that and not the twinkling Titanite? Because you get the large ember or whatever, coal, whatever, like a decent bit before you actually get any large Titanite. So I'm actually pretty excited, because that means when I get the large coal, I can actually upgrade my weapon to +6 if I have a weapon I'm gonna do that with. Excuse me. Now see, this is almost into this is technically the first real boss of the game, but I feel like it's not, because they give you this drop, and you can abuse the crap out of it. But even if you just do it, it's like, just like with the first boss, it trivializes it. And then if you stay right up against it, you don't want to go too far down the bridge because there's that gap there. Which, for a second there, I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna go off the ledge. I know I was blocking, but I also tried to roll into, past where he was reaching. As you can tell, this boss is definitely more difficult than the first boss. I think they give you a drone attack, and then if you have the Great Lord Sword or the Fire Great Sights, you two-handed do one plunging attack, and this guy's pretty much dead. Oh wait, did he drop? No. So, this boss is also unique in the sense that I think he's like one of the only bosses, or maybe even the only boss, that has a chance on death to drop his weapon. It's not a tail cut, it's not like a guaranteed reward, obviously, like it's just a chance that when you kill him you'll get the Demon Great Axe, I believe it's called. Hello, Soler! Greetings again, my friend. I look so dumb. I hate this mask. Yeah, I hate this mask, kitty. Yes.
We are like to stand up, but
that boop. So, equipment. White Sandstorm Stone. So now we can help other people out. Step out a bit. And then a Drake. Ow. The Hellfire Drake, to be specific, shows up, burns the place. Now, I'm not gonna show it just because I'm gonna be ending this video, but what you can do is like Robo to unlock a shortcut to the bonfire. You come up, step out, and when he breathes fire, then you run on down. Hey, get out of there. He'll breathe fire, and it will kill everyone on the bridge. And each time you do that, it's an easy 555 souls. 5s across the board. So I have enough for 2. Should probably go dexterity. Get to that triple digit damage, man. Yeah, and that's it. So thank you for watching. Oh, I'm not even gonna mess with that shit. I don't have a specific stream time or anything set right now. I kind of just did this on a whim because I had the one character that I was playing with Peter, and then he wasn't on, so I was like, oh, you know, I'll make another character. And then during creation, I was like, you know, this is like the game that like playthroughs of this game got me into like YouTube gamers. Like, well, I'm not gonna list names because they don't deserve to know. No, like Seamus, for example, SSOHPKC Seamus. I got super into his channel because of the Dark Souls, and then there was ones that I was into. Oh, I should check on Silvermont, because Silvermont had really entertaining Dark Souls videos, and then from those like kind of less known gamers, you know, I started watching Sunlight Bro and like other kind of big names ones, but kind of on and off because I didn't find them as entertaining personally. Just because I'm fucking weird, I guess. And so, going back to this game after so long, I also figured maybe it was time, like, you know, it's like, it's time, it's destiny. The first, you know, game that, you know, the game that got me into the Dark Souls, that got me into the series, recorded like the way that I got into, you know, YouTube gamers. So, I don't know. It was a very spur of the moment kind of thing. So I don't have a set schedule. I don't know why I had to get into such a long story to say that. And I don't have a set time for videos to go up. If I'm not gonna like promise anything, but if I do this frequently and if I actually get into it, oh, excuse me, you know, I'll see about making a schedule so that way people can watch. Not so that like, oh, cause you need to be there on time. It's like, no, just so you know when there's gonna be new content. Not that you'd be checking every 5 minutes anyway, but yeah. So that's everything. I don't know why I had to think about that. So take care.